This is NWHC Radio, a podcaster radio show focusing on punk and hardcore from the Pacific Northwest.
Greetings and welcome to episode 6 of NWHC Radio. If you've listened to the show, the first 5 episodes, you know that it's really just an excuse for me to share some stuff that I love. And so hopefully as you listen to this, there's some stuff that you dig, new, or stuff you're already familiar with, and you're just pumped to hear it again and crank it in your car or on your run or wherever you're at. I have one correction from the last episode. I've already made this on social, but Last Man Standing, I played a track from them last episode, and I didn't know the name of the song because I had long since lost the liner notes, and no members of the band that I pinged remembered the name of the song. So I just said it was track 3. I have since found out the name of that song is Memory of the Truth. Shout out to Justin Sittner for sending me a picture of the back of this demo CD. Today's show, we're going to kick it off in Vancouver, BC. Again, like every episode, we're going to start with 2 current bands that just released music in the last few months or so. The first one is, the song's called Capitol Hill from the band Smuther. This is from a digital single they released on December 19th. Which I hope means that there's more stuff to come from them. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Got to see this band play Punitive Damage's record release show with World of Pleasure and a bunch of others, and they were sick. They had a lot of energy. They brought it. If you have a chance to see them, go do it because they're a killer band. Lyrics of the song are really cool, just kind of general healthy distrust and disgust towards the government, as you could expect from a song titled Capitol Hill. We kicked things off with Smuther's Capitol Hill out of Vancouver, BC, and you just heard the song Anger and Acceptance from the band Knelt Before out of Portland, Oregon. This is off of their Be Nice LP that just came out a couple months ago in 2022 on Love Hate Hero Records. It's a really cool record out of some Oregon hardcore vets, so check it out. For this next track, we're going to come back up to Seattle right at the start of the pandemic, March 2020. The band TV Set dropped a 2-song demo that is so cool. And this band really kind of rocks that Revolution Summer vibe in a way that is, I don't know, it just really resonates with me. I really like this demo a lot. This was members of Chopping Block and also Public Opinion out of Colorado. Demo came out, like I said, right at the start of the pandemic. So basically, you know, as lockdowns were happening, this came out. I don't think they ever played a show. And then Kevin moved to Colorado, and I think that was basically the end of this band, unfortunately. So it's a really good example, or a real sad example of, you know, COVID just killing a promising band. Because like you'll see, this band is really cool. The song's called Rarity. It's from TV Set's Demonstration demo in 2020. It's not on Spotify or Apple Music, I don't think, but it is on Bandcamp, so check it out there. We started that set with a song off of TV Set's Demonstration demo. Then we kicked it to In Stride's Give Me Some Space. This was off of their Total Demonstration demo, not to be confused with TV Set's Demonstration non-total demo. The In Stride Total Demonstration demo came out in 2005. Vancouver, BC band, super important band for this era. I think a lot of people that are still involved in Vancouver hardcore today really are largely here because they saw this band and were inspired by what they saw and kind of fell in love with hardcore. My big memory of this band is seeing them down at Sound and Fury, and I want to say that they opened day 2 of Sound and Fury, which is, you know, one of the biggest fests in the country, and you know, a few hundred people there. But you know, for the openers, a lot of times this big room is not yet packed, and so you have maybe 30 or 40 people that are just the people that are really psyched to see the band are there. And I remember just being in this big room and wanted to represent hard for the Northwest, just like moshing their entire set with, like, you know, 30 other kids in this giant room. And yeah, it was a good time. After In Stride, played a song from Die Down, or I should say the song from Die Down, because Die Down recorded this one song, and that's all we got from them. Song is called Another Chance to Get It Right. This was on the Universal Choking Sign comp that came out on Excursion Records, came out in 1994. Then in 2021, Indecision Records took that one song and put it on a lathe cut press. I am on www.indecisionrecords.com right now, and it looks like there's still some available. I think they only press a few hundred of these, so, you know, it's pretty limited. Only costs $10, you know, plus whatever shipping is. I know it's only one song, but it's a cool thing to have in your collection if you're a fan of the Northwest. This is a band that featured Ron Gardapi from Brotherhood, also featured Mark and Murph from Undertow. Eric from Balance of the World was in the band as well, also from 1007, Time in Malta. And then Dave Larson from Excursion Records / Screwjack played bass, I believe, in this band. So just a really cool, you know, Northwest thing that obviously there wasn't a big output where they released a bunch of songs, but we get this one beautiful song that is just, I don't know, Northwest perfection. So it's cool. All right, we're going to play a few more from Seattle here. This first one is West Seattle Acid Party from the band Zeke. This is off of the West Seattle Acid Party 7-inch from 1993. Also appeared on Super Sound Racing LP in 1994. That was on Scooch Pooch Records. The 7-inch was on Wrecking Ball. This is Zeke with West Seattle Acid Party.
Yeah!
The band you just heard was 1848, with a song called Track 3 off of 1848's demo that came out in 1998. This is a Seattle band, really cool three-piece, I believe, featuring Jared from Cold Sweat and Akimbo, and Dan, who later went on to the Denver band, the Die Hard Remain. Die Hard Remain, coincidentally, was a Denver band that featured another Northwest hardcore figure in Jim Barris, who later moved back to Seattle and sang in Growing Stronger. So that Denver to Seattle and vice versa beltway remains strong today, as we talked about earlier when we talked about TV Set. Unlike the Last Man Standing song, which I didn't know the name of the track, so I just called it Track 3, this song is actually called Track 3. Demo's not on any streaming platforms that I'm aware of, but you can find it on YouTube. You can check out the whole demo, 4 tracks. Give it a listen if you're into that. I don't know. This sits somewhere between like the Revolution Summer thing and like the 90s emo ebullition flourishes maybe. Yeah, it's a cool demo. Cool kids too. Then before that, we played a track by The Living. The song is called Life is a Terror. I believe these were like demos that maybe no one had access to, and then they got just repressed by Loose Groove in 2021 as the quote-unquote 1982 LP. This is Duff from GNR, very prolific punk rocker from the area. There's a ton of bands that he was in the early 80s before he moved to LA and joined Guns N' Roses. This one also featured Greg from Mother Love Bone and Skinyard. Greg was also in 10 Minute Warning, which was another important Duff hardcore band from the early 80s. And I think 10 Minute Warning also had maybe some other members from the Farts, and we'll definitely get to a track from 10 Minute Warning sooner or later. But this one was from The Living, Life is a Terror. Finally saw the light of day, I believe, in 2021, but this was recorded in 1982. All right, we're going to branch out of Seattle a little bit, play something from Vancouver, something from Portland, and something from Olympia. First one is a band called Policy of Truth from the demo 2016. This track is intro / Leech 2. And if you are a fan of Punitive Damage like I am, they have a track on their LP called Leech 3. So if you, like myself, are wondering, Leech 3, what's Leech 1 and Leech 2? I think that the mystery's starting to unravel here a little bit. Policy of Truth was a band that featured actually Steph and Mike from, who would later go on to Out of Sight and Punitive Damage. So intro Leech 2 from the 2016 demo from Policy of Truth, Vancouver, BC hardcore. From Olympia 2013, that was Vexx with 2 X's. The song Falling Down. This is off their self-titled 12-inch on Grazer Milady and Upset the Rhythm Records. This, I believe, had members of Gloss, Combat Knife, and some others. Check this out if you haven't heard it. It's really cool. Before that, we had the song Grip from the band Grip off of their demo that just dropped. This is a brand new band from the Portland area. I believe they just played their first show with Fom, No Man, and Dying For It, which we played some Dying For It last episode. And if you're familiar with Fom and No Man, you know it's a pretty banging lineup and awesome first show for them to play. So hopefully it went awesome and they killed it, and we get to hear more from this promising young Portland band. All right, 2 more tracks and we're going to call it. This first one's going to start in Seattle. After Undertow broke up, Pettibone and some other members of Undertow started a new band called Nineironspitfire. John was singing. This also featured Dan Dean on drums, who played in bands like Dead Skin Mask, later was in Sharks Keep Moving. Morgan from Blood Brothers played in this band as well. Pettibone sang for a while, and then Damien took over as the lead vocalist. I'm going to play a track off of the 7-inch that came out in 1996. And then fast forward to, I don't know, just a couple years ago, a year or 2 ago, Indecision Records again playing the role of absolute hero and lover of Northwest hardcore. despite being based down in Orange County. Dave took this, I believe this is the 7-inch in demo that was pressed onto LP. Again, I am on www.indecisionrecords.com, and it looks like they still have the LP available for purchase on brown vinyl. There were only 199 of these made, so again, if you're a lover of Northwest hardcore, you should add this to your collection because it's banging. This track is actually 2 songs in one track, but it is called Far Too Familiar / Execution. These are also on Spotify. You can check them out there. Dave is a supporter of streaming and understands how important that is to get this stuff up on those streaming platforms, despite, you know, the unfortunate realities of the tiny kickback that artists get. It is super important for people to hear this stuff and to have a place that they can access it. So appreciate Dave and Indecision Records for getting this up there. This is Nineironspitfire from 1996, Seattle hardcore. As you all probably know, that was the Wipers with the song Mystery off of the Is This Real LP. It came out in 1980, an absolute classic from Portland. You think about Portland punk rock and like the classic, the OGs, you really think about Poison Idea and you think about the Wipers. Like these are the two of the best bands of all time. We are blessed to have them in our history. Funny side note that I never actually knew but discovered when I was digging through their discogs is that Travis from the Wipers went on to play in Better Than Ezra. So there you go. If you didn't learn something there, I did. That's it for episode 6. I'm not going to list all the shows coming up because I didn't write them down. And I'm not going to go and do that now. But if you're following us on either of our social channels on Instagram or Twitter, you know that we're posting these all the time. If you have a show coming up in the Northwest, hardcore or punk related, tag us. We'll repost it. We'll help spread the word. Make sure people are aware of this stuff, going out and supporting, keeping it alive. Episode 7 is going to come up real quick, actually. We usually do these about every 3 weeks or so, but the next episode is going to drop on February 6th. And there's a specific reason why, which I can't really talk about yet, but I have something exciting planned for that episode. So keep your eyes peeled. You'll probably see a little bit more specifics about it on our social channels on, I don't know, like February 3rd or something like that. But stay tuned. Check it out. Again, when you see us post these, if you could, please just continue to help spread the word and share. I know a lot of people are already, and I appreciate that more than you will ever know. So just thank you so much for checking this out, and thank you for supporting Northwest Hardcore. We'll see you on February 6th. Oh, one more thing before I go. My friend Matt has a new project that he has going on, a new website focused on Northwest Hardcore. It is NWHC.com. Check it out. If you like listening to the show, or if you appreciate Northwest Hardcore history or current goings on, this is a website dedicated to all of that stuff. You'll find links to current bands. You'll find flyers from the past. You'll find interviews. You'll find a list of upcoming shows, videos, all kinds of good stuff. So check it out. And I believe he also has like a NW Hardcore board. So, you know, go join that and engage and talk to each other and make connections and build up the scene even stronger than it already is. NW-HC.com. And I'll say it again. Thank you for supporting Northwest Hardcore.